supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it by that same damn guilty conscience. Shit is dead wrong, why'd you stop with the nonsense? Did you think that there could have been better times? Guess this makes this intro be more of a response. Shit. Voices in my head scream constant of dying dreams. Gotta try, it seems that I'm conscious of my own downfall. Damn shame, find it funny cause my back don't even feel against the wall. Is this the call? A destiny? Giving my best of whatever's left of me despite them setbacks and discrepancies.
Okay guys, how's it going? How's the audio? Let's go ahead and test out the technical settings before we get started. Everything good? How are you guys doing? Let me know if the audio is too loud. Yeah, I started playing the nonsense Jinxtro because while you guys wait, might as well hear the actual full track, you know what I mean? It's actually a pretty good song. That's good. Good to hear everybody's doing good. I figured, you know, with the build up and hype for, you know, the Dragon Ball Super movie coming out for JP pretty soon, and you know, Dokkan Battle is going to get the you know, celebration starting later on this week, probably end of the week, Friday, Saturday, around that time. But you know, the movie's literally coming out in 2 days for Japan, and I know what LA has that premiere view or whatever, and then the rest of the world's pretty much going to have to wait till next month. But you know, let's go ahead and talk about some of the stuff, you know, like what to expect. And this is more or less a discussion that I wanted to have with all you guys on what your thoughts are in terms of, you know, Blue Gogeta or Gogeta Blue and Broly, and what kind of units that they're going to end up being on Dokkan Battle, you know what I mean? So I've got like my spreadsheet, and I want to start jotting down, you know, stuff that you guys, you know, bring up, and we'll go from there. But I mean, we really don't know much at this point, so it's really a guessing game. But at the same time, it's kind of fun to have a discussion like this, especially in a live stream. I don't do live streams that often. I think the last time I did it, excluding the Japanese lessons video the other day, was like a couple of months ago, like close to 3 months ago. You know what I mean? So I definitely need to start doing that more often, and you know, I'm gonna try and do that. So this is one of those topics that is definitely ideal for a live stream, because you know, it's all about engaging you guys and, you know, asking a bunch of questions and kind of sharing, you know, thoughts and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I didn't even notify or you know, let you guys know in advance about streaming, and I already see 107 people hopped on. So you know, definitely appreciate all you guys hopping in. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, all right, so let's get right into it. I mean, first of all, we know that JP is gonna have a celebration coming up in a few days, you know, once the movie premieres in Japan, and Global's most likely gonna get it next month for the global version of Dokkan Battle. That's correct, right? That's what you guys have heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you know, I'm not the most, you know, up-to-date current type of individual. I mean, I catch up on stuff as much as I can, but you know, I tend to live a pretty busy lifestyle, so definitely let me know if that's incorrect. But as far as I know, JP will, you know, definitely get it in the next week or so, in terms of the countdown or celebration period starting, and then Global will likely get it closer to the universal release. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go from there. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. So let's start with the Blue Gogeta unit. What do you guys think about that unit? What kind of unit is it going to be? Let's start off with like the element or type. You know, agility, tech, intelligence, strength, physical type. What do you guys think? I'm kind of like, I have no idea, honestly, but for some reason I'm thinking like agility or something. But Social Fire might hop in the stream here in a little bit, but she was saying it'll be like more than likely a strength or physical type. But you know, I'd be curious to know what you guys think. So I see a lot of agilities, and I do see some techs. Yeah, it looks like most of you guys are thinking agility. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of blue hair, right? Who knows? Yeah, mostly agility types, it looks like. Okay, so I did see a Broly as a tech type, looks like. So that's also interesting. What do you guys think? Agility or strength? Okay. Broly physical type, tech type. To make it easier for me, let me know which unit you're talking about when you're putting in the type or element. That way I can kind of see what everybody's thinking. I mean, the free-to-play Broly. All right, so let's bring this back a little bit. Remember the Extreme Z battle that took place a few months ago, right? And what was it? The Broly, right? It was basically announcing and whatnot for the upcoming Broly movie like a few months back, and there was an intelligence type enemy, right? So I mean, chances are, my guess is there is going to be a free-to-play Broly unit. It's probably going to be that intelligence version, my guess is. But it looks like a lot of you guys are commenting that the Gogeta unit will be agility. I do see a physical type on here, and for Broly it looks like a lot of tech, physical, intelligence, looks like, from what I see. Alright, before we get into the leader skills and whatnot, I guess we can go ahead and start that off, because that was actually going to be my next question. So Gamer Zodiac Alpha kind of beat me to the punch on it. Looks to be 177 or 180% fusion agility, while Broly is an intelligence leader of pure Saiyans. That's definitely interesting. So let's see, intelligence and pure Saiyans. And Gogeta is going to be the fusion category lead. Okay. So either 177 or 180%, right? What about the Broly unit? Pure Saiyans, what kind of percent boost are we looking at? By the way, here's the thing. They recently did include... what was it? Alright, so when JP got the updates after maintenance, you do now have the option to select multiple categories within the kind of team deck or whatever you want to call it. It almost feels like these guys potentially are going to be 2 category leads. You know what I mean? Like one primary category lead and then a secondary category lead, instead of a type style secondary passive, not passive, but secondary leader skill. Is probably going to be 2 categories, one primary and one secondary. I mean, that's kind of my guess. And let's see, I see. All right, I mean, Berserker lead would be pretty cool, I guess. I mean, how many units do we currently have in Dokkan Battle that have Berserker type, attributes, I guess, in a way? It'd be interesting to see that. Yeah, Edo, I'm thinking the same too. The free-to-play Broly is probably going to come out, and it's probably going to be the intelligence version that we saw on the Extreme Z battle a few months back. Dual category leader skill, full power, and pure Saiyans. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's another question too. You think they're actually going to be LRs, or you think they're going to be like TURs with Dokkan events? That'd be another good question. Like, if they're actually going to be the typical Dokkan Fest units, or are they going to be pretty much more of, LR Vegito and Gogeta, where they're going to be LR units? That's definitely a good question too. Well, we currently do have Eduardo, the movie boss category lead, which is Turles at 150%. So if Broly comes out, they're going to have to, give it a higher, stat boost to make it worthwhile for people to pull on. But it'll be interesting to see how things are. I think I should have structured this a little bit better, but like I was gonna write all this stuff down, but there's a lot of information coming out. That's another thing. Let's go ahead and talk about that too while we're at it. And what's happening? LR Flame and Mars Conde? How's it going? What was the question I was gonna raise? Okay, transforming units. Are they gonna be transformation units or not? Here's my personal take on this. I'd rather not have these guys as transformation units, just because we've been getting kind of blasted with that recently. You know what I mean? And it's I don't know. Like, I hate the fact that it's gonna take time and a certain amount of turns to transform. I'd rather just have like really strong badass units, you know, starting off the gate instead of having to wait for them to transform or whatever. I mean, it makes sense as to why they would do that, but at the same time, you know, like, I kind of prefer them just to be like standalone themselves without the transformation mechanic. I mean, that's just my personal opinion on it. I just hate having to, you know, fulfill a certain criteria or condition to get them to activate after whatever amount of turns. I mean, it's just, you know, let's just start off the gate with some badass shit, really nice super attacks, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? And go from there instead of having to wait a certain amount of turns and fulfilling, you know, criterias and all that crap. But that's just my personal take. I mean, would you guys rather, you know, see a transformation unit, or would you like to see the other, you know, which is what I've been saying, like just a regular unit? And the other question, I mean, it's more than likely, it's definitely going to be a dual Dokkan Fest. I mean, I feel like it's almost guaranteed it's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest. One for Gogeta and one for Broly. Because, I mean, let's face it, at the end of the day, Bandai knows they're going to make a shit ton of money off of this. I mean, everybody's hyped up for it. You know, it's Christmas time. People are going to be getting some allowance money or whatever. People are going to be working, getting bonuses or whatever the hell it is. But people are going to be dropping some money on this. The ones that are, you know, pay to play. Now, the free to play guys have been saving up stones, I'm sure, for this because it's been hyped up for so long at this point. So, we'll see what the deal is with that. But, I mean, it's definitely going to be a dual Dokkan Fest, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's going to be the case? Or do you think they'll have one single banner? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I would prefer to have one single banner, you know what I'm saying, instead of a dual Dokkan Fest, because you're going to have to ration out, you know, how many stones you're going to use for one versus the other. That's the bullshit part about it, is you got to, like, think about, you know, which one unit that you're going to go for, which is the new, you know, the new Dokkan units, which are going to be Gogeta and Broly. Obviously, we're going to have other units, like probably the you know, Vegeta unit upgraded, and, you know, a couple others probably gonna hop up. We'll see what happens with that, but it's hard to say. I mean, it's all about, I mean, it's really shooting in the dark at this point, you know. I would like to see myself working in finance. I definitely have to check the fourth quarter earnings for Bandai Namco and see how much dough they actually rake in, because yeah, it's gonna be a lot of money involved with that. That's for sure. I mean, at the very least, they definitely need to make it. I don't know. I don't even know if they'll do like discount summons, like the, you know, 30 stones summon discount or whatever it is. But I did see some comments about free tickets. You know, that'd be cool too, I guess, in a way. I mean, 4-year anniversary is coming up pretty soon for JP too. I mean, it's literally the next month after that. So that's another, you know, thing you got to be aware about, you know, in terms of, you know, how many stones you're gonna spend on it. Ultimately, it's really gonna come down to how many, well, not how many, but what type of units themselves are. You know, what the leader skills are, what the stats are, what the passives are, what the links are. How's it all going to work out as a unit and as a team overall? I mean, that's really ultimately what you make your decisions on in terms of, you know, when you're, you know, how much you're going to summon or not. So it's really just going to come down to that. But brings me to the point. Let's get back on this about, all right, so let's talk about the potential leader skills. So I did see, you know, Broly's going to be like, for example, movie bosses or pure Saiyans. Gogeta's going to be the fusions, you know, whatever. I don't know, like Gogeta, here's one thing I just thought of on top of my head. Maybe it's going to be two categories, one primary and one secondary. And maybe it's going to be like the primary is going to be the movie heroes category, and then secondary will be like the fusions category or something. I don't know. That's just kind of like me pulling shit out of my ass, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and talk about that. What categories or what types or what leader skills is going to be the Gogeta unit? Let's talk about Gogeta first, and then we'll move on to Broly next. That way I'm not getting confused in the comment section trying to look at it. So let's talk about leader skills for Gogeta. Let's start off with the category or type, and then we'll move on to like the percent boost and all that. What do you guys think? I'm just gonna be reading the comment right now. I would be fine with them being transforming units as long as they didn't take 15 turns to transform. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with transforming units. You know, Rose, fortunately, I mean, it doesn't take too long. I mean, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta's probably got the best transformation mechanic. It doesn't take him too much time for it. Out of you know, the rest of the units, he's probably the best one. So I see Dylan saying agility and movie hero lead. Let's see what else. Movie hero and fusion or realm of God. That's also pretty interesting too. So super strength, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Looks like a couple of you guys are commenting that he'll be Realm of Gods category. Zero stones plan. Yeah, pretty much they're gonna deplete everybody's all players' stones that they've been saving up, I'm sure. No one. I'm gonna read it. Fuck it. Destroyed Dick December category. All right. Look, I'm not gonna. Let's not go into this deeply. All right, but let me just ask a question. What the hell is up with the No Nut November shit? Why the hell would you want to go through that torturous period of time? You know what I mean? Like, screw that shit. Okay, back to Gogeta. So base Gogeta will more than likely be a free-to-play unit. We'll definitely get some sort of free-to-play type Gogeta unit. However, it's hard to say what that unit will be. We'll move on to that after we cover, you know, all the stuff and whatnot. So JT commented Golden Cooler. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely gonna be included at some point. Yeah. So Dylan's also saying dual LR Dokkan Fest, which, I mean, isn't like, I mean, it's pretty realistic to suggest that. Well, the question I have with that is what's going to happen with the 4-year? I mean, they're going to obviously have to top that, you know what I mean? So it's a matter of, okay, if we have a dual LR Dokkan Fest in December for the Dragon Ball Super movie, what's going to happen with the 4-year, you know? And we'll get into all that in a little bit, but let's just talk about, get back on to talking about the you know, leader skill for the Gogeta unit. So yeah, strength Gogeta definitely needs an easy A, and it'll probably happen. It'll definitely happen, I'm sure. I don't know if it'll happen with the you know, this month of December, but it'll definitely happen at some point. It's right around the corner. I mean, Janemba literally just got an easy A, so it would make sense that Gogeta follows that. So I see another Damien, let's see. Gogeta has a main lead of 170% Realm of Gods category, and instead of, let's say, 90% HP attack and defense, the agility types, it would actually become 120% of fusion or full power. Yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable. On the 10th day of Super Lord, Shenron said to me, 10 new skills, 9 new looks, 8 DLCs. Yeah, it is about that time. It's definitely coming up pretty soon.
Cardos says Gogeta has a system transformation.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I mean, Gogeta, Moneymaker, Gogeta, the strength Gogeta will definitely get Dokkan Awaken. That's definitely going to happen. Strength Gogeta's passive is going to be attack and defense 90%, 120% up. 40% attack to strength and agility. That is definitely a very strong passive skill. I don't know if they're going to give it that much of an improvement. I mean, his stats are pretty good as it is. And if we're talking about 90% and 120% on top of that, plus another 40% to strength and agility types, which includes an additional 40% to him, you're really, literally looking at 160% just from the passive on top of, you know, an attack stat at Rainbow of like 17,000 or something like that. That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, merge Zamasu. Yeah, I mean, he should definitely get an LR at this point. All right, Eduardo said, let's see, +3 key, HP 130%, attack and defense 170%. So your typical structure with certain types of categories. So what would it be? All types? Like certain types? What are we talking about here? And Social Fire is doing good.
Hi guys.
Somebody was asking about you.
Hey.
Yeah, God Vegeta will definitely be featured on the banner. That's definitely gonna happen, and you know we'll cover all that stuff in a little bit too. So I see full power and pure Saiyan leader skills for let's see, Broly. That's pretty interesting.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think Gogeta would be full power though.
I don't think so. No, he's talking about Broly.
Right, no, someone
Or maybe swap out Pure Saiyan for Berserker. Yeah, Mr. Popo, I agree. They need to make a LR version of Popo. I would definitely go broke on that banner. Obviously, Planet Namek leader, yeah. LR Popo leader skill 12 key, 1000% attack defense, HP passive one shot. That'll be the day that Dokkan ends. I'm sure they'll release that the last day of Dokkan. So I'm gonna make a couple of community posts, by the way, about Broly and Gogeta. Just ask a couple more questions with to you guys and see what your thoughts are too. So definitely look out for that. So what do you think, Social Fire? What do you think the leader skill for? Okay, first of all, what's the type gonna be for Gogeta and Broly?
Okay, I'm probably one of the only people saying physical for Gogeta. I don't know why, but that's my thought on that. I said either physical or strength, but there's already a strength Gogeta. So, Broly. See, that's hard because there's already a strength Broly too. Maybe agility.
So you're saying agility what?
Agility what? Agility Broly.
Agility Broly?
Maybe,
That's interesting.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like stuff that they're not as common.
I mean, Dark Doctrines, I hope there is going to be discounted multis. I mean, on top of that, I really hope they have like the in-game sales where, you know how they usually have like 90 stones discount for a set amount of price. Hopefully, instead of like 3 maximum times, they have at least like 7 to 10 times. You know what I mean? Like, I get mad as hell when I can only get 3 times worth of the 90 stone discounts. That's some bullshit right there. I would spend more if they had more discounts available instead of just 3 times. So hopefully they'll have like at least 7 or 10 times, and then either discounted summons or like for every 3 multis you get 1 free type of shit. That'd be cool too.
See, I would say strength Broly, but there already is a strength Broly. I mean, there could be another one, but.
And Lucas, I'm not sure about data download taking place tomorrow night. Maybe. I mean, it's hard to say when the countdown or celebration. Well, it wouldn't be a countdown at that point, but a celebration announcement. We're not sure when exactly that'll take place. I mean, it's possible it'll be tomorrow night, and we'll have to find out with that. But it's all a guessing game at this point.
It's rumored that stuff will drop Friday, but it's just a rumor at this point.
So it looks like most people are thinking Gogeta will be agility, and then I think Broly is a little bit split between tech, physical, and intelligence type. So, and no, I'm not doing a face reveal. Social might, I don't know. You can count me out on that one though.
Eventually for me, but not Jen. None for Jen.
Yeah, that's another question. When's a new hit coming out? The voting that took place, remember for
yeah.
No, they never said anything about hit.
That's a good point.
So what's the other shit I want to talk about? So percent boost from the leader skill. What are we talking about? Are we talking about 150%? Are we talking about 180%, 177%? Are we actually going to go with the 100 or not 100 but 200%? Are we going to hit that mark? Or is it too early for that? I think it's a little bit too early for the 200%, honestly. But
I don't think so. 170.
Hey, I'm gonna let you take over the stream for a little bit.
Wait, no.
Start the discussion. I gotta do something real fast.
Smoke break. Hi guys. I'm sitting in for just a moment until General gets back. So everybody's saying 170%. 200% to all stats for primary and 180% secondary. That is pretty OP for butter. I agree with Jen though. I don't know about 200% yet. No one says, should Broly have an instant transformation and in between the fight he keeps reverting back to his normal and legendary state? That would be interesting. 120% rainbow would be perfect and not mark. I would love if one of them was a rainbow lead. I love my rainbow leads. Hi, USPS lover. 1, 2, 3. And Damien, I am social fire. Yes. I'm just hopping in and saying hi while Jin steps out for a moment. He'll be right back. It's going so fast. You guys talk really fast. Let's see. You're the goat. Thanks, guys. So, Ito says, Intellect free-to-play Broly could be the first free-to-play unit to have a dual category lead, full power and pure Saiyan. Now that's possible. Like Jin was saying, that's one of the rumors kind of going around, and those would both make sense for him. I definitely wouldn't see full power for Gogeta, but full power and pure Saiyan would make a lot of sense for Broly if they go that route. Hi, Breadlord. And SR Dragon, I'm just sitting in for Jinro. He'll be right back. But everybody's pretty much just talking about the possibilities for, like, what Gogeta's leader skill could be, Broly's, what everybody's thoughts are. Dylan, Briones, they gotta make Gogeta a movie hero lead. That's another thing a lot of people have been talking about, that it'll bring a new category called movie heroes, and he would be the lead for that, which makes sense too. So maybe movie heroes primary leader skill, and then the secondary leader skill maybe fusion or something. I mean, stuff like that would make sense too. Let's see. Moneymaker says I'll stick to my Zero Stones plan. Zach, awesome. There should be a Berserk category lead on 120% attack and defense. That would make sense for Broly too. I don't think that's as likely, but at this point, you know, we don't really know. Anything's possible. Tomislav Cindric says, social at what time movie premieres? So I'm not sure about what time it's going to play in JP, or in Japan. I said JP. I know in the States, a lot of places, premiere night's going to take place around 7 p.m. or so. Emmy, I am a girl, but I'm sitting in for Jinro. Jinro is not a girl. I'm social fire. I'm just watching things until he gets back. And Epic says, have fun with Future Gohan Global. I mean, Future Gohan's a little underrated. It's not a bad unit. Dylan, so tickets are already on sale in some places, even in the States. So if you're thinking about the purchasing tickets, you may want to check your local theater, because a lot of them are already selling for like the premiere night and stuff.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
We got ours.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say that too. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, you definitely need to do that shit. Because apparently they're selling like hotcakes. So definitely get that stuff while you can. Social and I ended up getting the tickets today. So ended up getting it for what, the premiere night for the US release. So we'll definitely be checking that out when it comes out. Alright, so back to what we were talking about. I know Social Fire took over a little bit, and I'm sure she was entertaining you guys. It's probably preferable to have a female talking versus my ass talking, but you know, it is what it is.
Sorry guys, I got off topic.
All right, so what were we talking about? Okay, so we're still talking about leader skills. Now the question is, are we gonna get a new category? I wonder if we're actually gonna get a new category or not. That'd be interesting to think about too. If so, what the hell would the category be though? I mean, we don't have a movie heroes category, that's for sure. So I can see that happening. That's certainly a possibility. Farmer with a shotgun. I mean, that's just forever going to be a meme. It's never going to come out. If it does, Dokkan battle is going to break. I mean, people are just going to break the game probably. So Golden Warriors category. That'd be pretty cool. Berserk category. That'd be pretty cool too. I wonder if Super Saiyan God Vegeta would be like a 2-category leader, but like 70 or 90%. I mean, he's probably not going to be the main, banner card, but I could see like leader skills like that for one of the featured, but not the main unit in the banner. So I could definitely see a leader skill like that.
I kind of want that unit.
Mouth open wide category. Yeah, that sounds like a good category for that for Broly. Broly can do for Revenger Warrior category. I mean, that's definitely an idea. Like, what was it? Hatred for the Saiyans or something like that, or whatever that Link skill was. 177% movie heroes category leader. Yeah, I could see that happening. What if they released a Dokkan Fest? What was that? Scrolled up too fast. Dokkan Fest, God Vegeta, and God Goku, and say Broly and Vegeta for later. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That would kind of piss people off in a way, don't you think? I think they're expecting something to happen this month, so I'm not quite sure if they're going to prolong it. I mean, Bandai has the momentum right now, so they definitely want to ride that wave and milk all the money they can right now.
I think they've hyped it too much, though.
Where did you order your tickets? Yeah, I mean, you can like look up whatever local theater you have in your area, and they should have a website where you can reserve a ticket for it. That's what we did. There's a chance for Gogeta to have a higher medium chance to dodge super attacks since he dodged Broly whatever it was. So knowing this celebration isn't going to be a joint celebration between versions, the cards might not actually be LRs instead of URs. The celebration be equal to the transformation Goku and Frieza. Yeah, I mean, certainly a possibility on that one too.
I like what USPS lover said.
What do you say?
Same bloodlust Link.
Yeah, that's the Link skill that I was talking about.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Or no, I'm thinking of something else. I think that's a new Link skill maybe they're talking about. I don't know. I play JP, so I only know the Japanese version of the Link sets. So like I forget what the translations are sometimes. All right, HJ, cut it out with the eggplant emojis. All right, we're not bringing that shit back. Put that away. We ain't bringing that shit back. Yeah, we'll definitely do a dual summon collaboration. I don't know. I mean, it sucks because we were actually hoping that JP and Global would have it at the same time. That way we could actually do a dual summon video, but I don't know what the timing of it. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, HJ, I don't know if I don't know. Most of these people probably don't remember the live stream that went haywire with that shit, but
he's praying they don't remember.
Let's see. Yeah, easy A strength Gogeta will definitely break the game. I think. I mean, how many of you guys have that unit at 100%? I'm guessing quite a few players have that unit at 100%. I don't think that Gogeta and Broly will come out instantly. I think they'll start like a login bonus for a few days and then bring in the banner.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be some sort of like countdown or celebration to actually get to the start of the banner release. I mean, I don't think they'll just drop it all at once. They want to hype it up as much as they want, as much as they can before they actually release it. So yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be an entire week of counting down, but Well, yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see some sort of, you know, login bonus and period of time where we have to wait, and they're just gonna milk the hype as much as possible, you know. Do you think they will bring back units that are not in the summon pool like Strength Goku and Tech Freeze and give them Dokkan Awakenings? I don't know. I mean, if they're not, if they're already excluded from the summon pool, I don't really see them coming back. I would love to see them come back, honestly, but I don't know. I don't think they will, though. And Breadlord, we're not doing that. You guys already created a mess in my Discord server with that shit, so I'm not about to say that. Dokkan tubers are thinking of doing a flex off. That's the first time I heard that. I mean, I'm not skinny or anything, but I haven't done a face reveal, so what? Am I gonna do a lower body or upper body without the face reveal? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I would love to see Arara come back. That'd be pretty sweet. I mean, the story event's technically available with the key items now. Alright, let's see. Pretty sure after Gogeta, the EZAs will move forward to the 70% leaders. Yeah, I mean, that's probably likely transition after that, I would say. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a high possibility that Gogeta and Broly are going to be transforming units. I like, it's just hard for me to like give into whether that's a good idea for me or not. I just like, I love transforming units, but I'm not like the biggest fan of it, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's just it's a cool feature, it definitely is, and it does make things interesting, but I kind of, for these guys, I kind of want the units to be what they are without a transformation. I think they just need to blast off like immediately with their you know, maximum potential. I mean, that's what I would rather prefer, but I mean, it's definitely a possibility, a high possibility that it is going to be a transforming unit. So no one commented. I'm glad somebody brought this up because I've been thinking about this also. Paragas needs a new card, and I'm hoping there's going to be a free-to-play version of it or something in the banner, like one of the featured units that is going to have a decent Paragas unit. That'd be pretty tight, and actually have the ability to link up with Broly, you know, whatever. But that'd be pretty cool. So, Super Saiyan God, Vegeta, Intelligence, or Tech type. Yeah, it tends to be leaning toward that way with Vegeta units. I mean, so Shampa-sama said transforming is kind of slow. It definitely does take time. I mean, I don't know where I stand right now with the transformation mechanic. Like, I love the fact that there is something like that, but I think it's going a little bit overboard nowadays with it. I would like to take a step back a little bit and just kind of, you know, get back to the normal way of things a little bit, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it would be fine if it wasn't like a 5 or 6 turn restriction. Like, the Goku Black unit only has a 4 turn restriction, I think, so it's not too bad. Yeah, like Aiden said, support type Paragas unit in the banner. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Yeah, I mean, like in a normal setting, how often do you actually get Vegito to transform, right? Even in like the toughest Dokkan events, chances are you're gonna beat the boss before Vegito even has a chance to transform. I mean, I don't know. From my own personal experience, it just seems that way. Especially if you're bringing in like the best units for the event. So everybody else is taking care of business. So by the time, you know, LR Vegito finally has a chance to transform, most of the time they're not going to be able to because the event's already done. You know, the other question with that too is what the hell's going to happen with the 4-year anniversary too. I think Martin brought that up about, you know, the Beluga, Gogeta and Broly orgy, as so he put it. What's going to happen with the 4-year? But Yeah, because at the end of the day, 4 years is going to have to top whatever happens in December. So they're going to bring in another set of crazy ass units, I'm sure. So, the question is what that's going to be. I mean, it's really a guessing game at this point. We're guessing about Gogeta and Broly too, but 4 years is, completely unpredictable. Besides the fact that we'll probably get a free-to-play campaign login bonus Super Saiyan 4 Goku unit like they do every year. They just step it up a level every year, but besides that, who the hell knows? Yeah, I mean, Damien, honestly, I would much rather have a unit that starts off at their maximum potential than having to wait for it to transform, especially for these guys. I mean, as hyped up as they are and how excited everybody is, I think transformation mechanics probably not the best of idea. That's my personal opinion, though. A lot of people are fans of the transformation mechanics, so I'm probably a small population out of the whole, but that's really my opinion when it comes to that. 1,000% to attack. Yeah, that would definitely break the game, I think. Oh, by the way, speaking of Broly, when the hell is the physical type gonna get some sort of upgrade? Like, probably an easy A, I guess, but that needs to happen. I guess it brings up the point from earlier about 70% leads. Technically, Broly is of that nature, so I don't know. He's definitely forgotten of, I think, so he definitely deserves some sort of upgrade to a new unit, so we'll see what happens with that, I guess. Maybe it'll be multiple transformations like Goku. Yeah, I mean that's cool too. I mean, those transformations are frequent enough to where it provides a lot of variety, but yeah, and that can make things interesting too. I guess it'll be more acceptable. The other thing about Easy A's, I saw a comment on here, I think it's Tomislav, about Super Vegito. Vegito is actually pretty good as it is. Easy A would definitely make it much more of a current unit. I mean, he's still good. I use him a lot in Battlefield right now. Whenever I run certain teams, type-specific teams, I still run Vegito like a champ, you know what I mean? So Keishan, the keys are pretty much, you have like different types of keys. One being you can unlock a story event, any story event available in that list with the one of the keys. The only problem with this, and I've covered this in the video, is that you have to use a key every run. So basically, it's not like unlock the story event permanently or a certain time frame. You have to actually use one key every time, which sucks ass, honestly. Like, I was hoping it would be at least a limited window of availability for the story event, but you literally have to use one every time you go through it. There are others like the Dokkan events. You can use keys for that. The Easy A's or Extreme Z battles, they have keys for that as well. They haven't shown anything for the training, so chances are we'll have something new come up with that, because that's my guess, is it's gonna be it's gonna be something coming up for that, I'm sure. They probably didn't release it for a reason, if you know what I mean. The keys themselves, I'm definitely glad they did that for the older events, because I do like running through older events like that. But at the same time, I think they underperformed a little bit, in my opinion. They could have done things a lot better. Again, providing a limited time window for the story events would have been much more efficient. I mean, think about it. The story events drops for cards aren't guaranteed, and you're pretty much essentially going to waste a lot of keys just trying to get a certain card. So it's not the best of things. So I think a lot of people also thought that it was going to be used for unlocking a path in the potential system, which would have been pretty great, but I kind of ruled that out myself, because I mean, come on, who are we talking about here? We're talking about Bandai and Akatsuki. Why would they give out a free do path unlock when people are going to summon for unlocking the path? So I was kind of ruling that out to begin with the story event, so it would have been pretty tight. Using the keys to unlock potential level pass or whatever you want to call it would have been a great idea, though. It would have definitely helped a lot. I just didn't see it coming. Let's see. They should change the style of the campaign. To be honest, it's repetitive and nothing special. They should add a DBZ tag, GT, whatever for the campaign. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, they should do like a raid type thing too, like similar to the Jiren Extreme Z battle. They should do stuff like that more often. And what's happening, Goku Rose? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? What would you think Gogeta's super attack would look like? I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know what the you know, super attack in the movie is. So we'll have to see, I guess. I would say maybe if the units have multiple categories for their leader skill, that the percentage would be 170%. But if it's just one category, 200%. I mean, I could certainly see the 170%. Like I said earlier, I think 200% is a little bit preemptive. I think it's a little bit early for that, personally, but it could certainly happen. Let's see. This will be the most broken cards. Super Saiyan God, Gogeta, Super Type Allies, plus 4 key, attack and defense 177%. Passive, all allies, key plus 2, defense 10% per hit, up to 120%. That'd be pretty crazy. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still recovering from a sickness. Probably sounds like my nose is stuffed a little bit. We need more quest updates. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought they were supposed to do that a while back. I don't know what happened, but they never did, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This past year has been kind of rough on me. I don't get sick either, but I've been getting sick a couple times this year already. Do you think a new Whis card is coming out? Potentially. It's been a while since a Whis card has come out. There are a couple already on my channel, but yeah, I mean, we'll see, I guess. Rose the Playa, new category. Yeah, movie heroes. A lot of people have been talking about movie heroes potentially coming out, so that's definitely a real possibility. MILF category. Yeah, I definitely need a Senzu Bean right now. Senzu Bean. I don't know. Either way, we'll see what happens with this shit, though. I mean, it's really a clueless game at this point. I am gonna make a community post on it. I jotted down as much as I could, but I think it'd be a good idea to make a community post and ask you guys, you know, guess what the type, element, leader skill, passive skill, what they are, what you think they're gonna be, and then, you know, it'll be a good way to kind of share your thoughts and you know, see what everybody thinks. You know, that's all that good stuff. Let's see. Bread and Butter said, giant muscles, all stats up 250%, key plus 6, passive attack 200%, and upon being hit, attack 80% up, and upon being hit by super attack 150%. That'll be Dokkan Battle 2025 or something, probably. Yeah, we definitely need a LR Merge Zamasu unit. Definitely needs to come out. If there was a movie hero category that could change a lot of units. If there was a movie hero category that could change, yeah, definitely. Dokkan Fest Whis is a must. He needs a top tier card. Yeah, I mean, the cards currently in the game are definitely support units. And I will say this, I'm a real big fan of the tech unit. When Super Battle Road first came out, the first stage I actually beat was Super Tech versus Extreme Agility, and Whis was the MVP for that one. Honestly, he was the real clutch unit for that team setup, and literally beat that like the first or second day it came out. How about they incorporate the hunt for the Dragon Balls and quests so there will be replayability? Yeah, it's been a while, especially in JP, since they had the Scouter work or Dragon Ball Radar work. When the hell is Mr. Popo gonna come out? I would actually like to see Bubbles come out too as a unit. That'd be pretty tight. Or Korin. I mean, so Rose brings up a good point. Global, more than likely, I don't know for sure. I haven't kept up with the news today, but more than likely it's going to be pushed closer to the release date for the US and other countries outside of Japan. Everybody tends to forgotten about the hit unit that people voted on, so it could be hit Dokkan Fest at the end of the month for December. I think that's gonna. Honestly, I think that's gonna piss a lot of people off, though. But you know, it's definitely a possibility. If there was a new Whis unit that if you die completely resets the turn, yeah, I mean that's kind of like, yeah, I mean I could see that happening. Already has a full recovery of HP passive skill in some of those, so you know, not a bad idea. LR launch, yeah, I would love to see that. I actually have my strength launch unit at Max SA. Waiting for the one day that she gets some sort of Dokkan Awaken. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that Shallot hasn't been introduced in Dokkan Battle yet. There hasn't been crossover yet for Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends. Kind of surprised that hasn't happened yet. You want that unit?
Yeah.
Why? I'm like indifferent. LR General Tao. Yeah? That'd be pretty tight. So he stepped up from mercenary to general status. Will LR Goku's campaign come back? Which LR? You talking about the LR Kid Goku? And what's happening? Ichi Moaz, I think that's how you pronounce it. He can grant you once per battle to not die, minimum 1 HP for the rest of the turn. I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of like the KO survivability passive skill. Oh, you're talking about the old LR Goku. I don't think that campaign is ever going to come back. That was kind of like a special period of time where it was literally just one campaign, and that's been it. I highly doubt it'll ever come back. The free-to-play Kid Goku that came out months ago, has that been confirmed? Well, I mean, they already said in the game, like officially announced that unit will become an LR. It just, they're kind of stalling, you know what I mean? Like they're taking time with that. So eventually we'll see that happen. It's just a matter of when. You know, it's kind of like the LR Vegito Blue. They took their time with that one too, so it's pretty much the same thing. All we can do is just wait at this point. LR Jackie Chun, possible. I think they should probably release an LR Krillin unit and make it a Z Fighters category lead. That'd be pretty cool. I would love to see that actually. I can't say anything about Naruto because I don't know. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hell for this, but I never really got into that. Never read any of the manga, watched the anime or anything, so it just, I don't know. It's just never something that really caught my interest. But I heard the mobile game is also very popular. Yeah, Hachiyak would be pretty nice. I have my free-to-play extreme physical type at 100% potential. I've had that at 100% for a while. Maybe one day it'll get upgraded. It actually has a decent passive. If it was actually strong enough, like it would do pretty good because it recovers 40% HP if he KOs an enemy. So if that unit was actually decent and provided some decent attack, that could actually be a pretty decent unit. But oh, we'll see what happens. Breadlord going into the meme mode. He talking about bread categories now. I'll read it just for the hell of it. How about that? 10 plus bread HP, attack, defense, 500% passive skill, gives allies 100 bread, 1,000,000% attack and defense. I don't even know what to say, man. So, like I said, I don't know. I have no opinions about Naruto. I never watched any of that stuff, so I don't know. Eventually, they'll have a crossover event. I'm just not sure what that shit's gonna be. We'll see. I mean, I wouldn't really consider the Dr. Slump and Arare as a crossover because it did exist in the manga itself. With Penguin Village and all that. So it wasn't technically a crossover. It was actually in the Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball universe. So not much of a crossover, I guess, in that regard, but whatever. I mean, it was by the same artist. It'd be pretty tight. I talked about this before. Chrono Trigger or Dragon Quest crossover, because the characters were designed by Toriyama Akira. Yeah, that'd be pretty tight, actually. I would spend a lot of money on that shit. So, I don't know. We got kind of on a tangent quite a bit. Started talking about a bunch of random shit, but let's get back to where we were. So the whole Gogeta, Blue Gogeta and Broly, speculation, all that. Like I said, I'll make a community post on this, and that way I can actually see what you guys write, because I'm having a hard time keeping up with all the comments. I'm glad you guys are commenting a lot, but to make sure I can read each and every comment, I'll make a community post about it, and we'll do all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, at this point, who the hell knows? We'll find out for sure what the hell's gonna happen in probably a couple days. Movie comes out, well, actually less than 2 days, because where I'm at, which is Eastern U.S. time zone, Japan is 13 hours ahead, so technically it's 9:32 in the morning of the 13th in January. So literally a day later, Japan is going to be premiering the Dragon Ball Super movie. So I don't know. I think I saw somebody comment on that earlier about data download tomorrow night. It could be that they'll have like an in-game announcement. In terms of like the stuff actually starting, I think they're going to build it up a little bit. So, we'll definitely see what's happening with that. But it's like I said, it's a guessing game at this point. But I think I want to take a little bit more time looking at each and every one of your comments, and when I do make that community post, which I will immediately after the stream, just to kind of get your guys' opinions. I'll probably do another one, like a poll or something, just to get you guys' feedback on it. Definitely interested in seeing what everybody's thinking at this point in time. But yeah, I mean, I think I pretty much, things didn't go as efficiently as I planned on. It definitely takes time to read and comment or answer questions or comments, whatever the case is. But I'll definitely make a post about it and ask you guys about it. That way you guys can leave a comment. But yeah, I mean, shit's about to go down. That's all I can say. Shit is definitely about to go down. I don't know. Like, I'll end the stream with this question. For global players currently on the stream right now, are you guys disappointed that it's going to be extended out potentially to the new year, like closer to the rest of the world's release for the movie itself? Like, are you guys pissed off about it? Are you guys cool, indifferent? Gives you more time to save stones? Like, what's your opinion on it? I'm actually curious what global players thought of that. If you guys were mad or not upset, just didn't really care. Gerardo, let me check the music playlist going on. This is actually a guy by Chuki Beats. I think he's got like a video on YouTube. It's pretty tight stuff. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's more time to save, for sure. I mean, it's more time to save stones. And the good thing about global players, you guys will be able to see what JP gets, and you'll know ahead of time what the leader skills are, what the passes are. You know, it gives you more time to save stones. You can plan out and save Elder Kais if you need them. I think right now in global there is an Elder Kai banner up, right? Make sure. Well, I'm not going to recommend you do that. If you're free to play, you definitely want to save as many stones as you possibly have. But I mean, you definitely want to have at least like, I would say 20 Elder Kais in your deck, but at the very least, you definitely want to have like 10 Elder Kais, you know, saved up to immediately raise the SA if they're not, you know, farmable units. I'm specifically talking about the Blue Gogeta and Broly units, but you know, we'll see what happens. I can for sure see free to play units coming out with the movie release. I don't think there's no way in hell they're not gonna do that. I mean, that'd be fucked up as hell if they released, you know, all these banners and all that without any free to play units. I highly doubt it. My guess is there's gonna be a base Gogeta unit and the base Broly unit. I think those are gonna be free to play units. I don't know. That's my guess though. I'm probably gonna be wrong. We'll see. But let's go ahead and cut off the stream. Like I said, I'll make a community post here in a second after the stream, and then we'll go from there. And you can definitely let me know what your thoughts are. We'll get a more kind of like concise, you know, way of getting information that way. All right. Definitely appreciate you guys checking the stream on such really short notice. I always have a good time talking to you guys. It's always fun. Again, you know, I wish I could stream more often. It's just work's been killing it. You know what I mean? Like it's so damn busy. Like there's been quite a few times where I'm working like, you know, 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning, and you know, go home for a brief period of time and then get back up at, you know, 7 o'clock, go straight to work at 8 a.m. again. You know, that kind of bullshit. So hopefully things are slowing down. I get to stream more often, and we'll go from there. But again, appreciate you guys hopping on the stream. I'll probably do a Japanese lessons video at some point, maybe Sunday. I'll try and do that again. Seems like you guys enjoyed it, so I'll get the schedule planned out for the rest of the week. In the meantime, let's all be hyped up for what's coming out in a few days, right? All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.